Hello, thank you for joining me once again. Hopefully, today's topic will actually interest you. This is not about healing. This is once again going to go into a little bit of the Bible, but my purpose is basically to kind of get you to understand, as I mentioned in another video, that I do believe in the original creator, true God, as being a feminine energy, and the male God being a counterpart that rebelled basically against what I call mother or the original creator. So that's just for starters to get that out of the way. So if you're 100% sure in your mind that, the true and only God is male, male alone, then my videos are probably not for you. Okay. The other thing is, if you are 100% sure that everything in the Bible is 100% accurate and has never been changed or mistranslated, my videos are not for you either. Okay. I do believe in a creator, like I said, a God. I do believe in Jesus and I do believe in the Holy Spirit, because for me to do otherwise would be a conflict of interest, basically. Okay. So I just want to get that out of the way so no one thinks I don't believe in Jesus or the Holy Spirit and all of that. Okay. So in a previous video, I talked about the different creations. There were two. There was a first one and a second one. Basically, to sum it up, the first creation was the whole earth being completed in 7 days, 6 days actually. On the seventh day, the true God rested. There were multiple humans, not just two, and there were no exclusions as far as what humans and animals could eat, as far as vegetation and plant life and trees, fruit from trees. There were no exclusions whatsoever. So it was truly a earth-wide paradise with many humans already there. Okay, that was the first creation. There was a scuffle, like I said, between these counterparts, and that's why what led to the second creation, because the first creation and everything was destroyed, including dinosaurs. Yeah, they were in the first creation. Um, so yeah, once again, this second creation, or fathers, aka Jehovah, this rebel god, basically. His new world was a small area. It was a garden. That's it. It wasn't the whole earth. There were only two humans. And once again, there was that single tree that he excluded from Adam and Eve being able to actually partake or eat of. And there's a very important reason for that. Would you like to know now? I'll tell you. I won't elaborate into it right now, but basically, that tree was put there in order for this rebel God to take away free will from humans, because free will is a gift that Mother gave all humans, and Father does not believe in that. He believes that humans need rules, statutes, principles, all of that in order to be able to live. Okay, so we're just going to say that, because once you create a rule, which he did by putting this tree in the garden, in the middle of the garden, and saying, you can't eat from it, in that moment, you took away free will from humans, because they no longer have a choice as to what they want to do, because you literally just told them not to eat from a tree. So, just to get that out of the way, that was that whole issue there. So, to basically show you the different personalities of mother versus, I can say, father, um, or this rebel God, we can look back to the two creations, actually. Okay? So, in the first creation, mother created the entire earth to be ready for humans and animals to be happy on. There were no exclusions. She wanted them to have everything they needed, everyone, to be happy and truly live a beautiful, peaceful, loving life. And that's what they did for the most part until, like I said, this rebel god, her counterpart, rebelled. And just for the record, I did say that the original humans were created in multitudes, actually 144,000 of them. And that actually had a purpose too, because humans are made to be social. It would not be kind to only put two humans on the earth so they only had each other. That would not be something that mother would approve of. Just to be clear. That's why humans are made to be social and have these connections with other humans, which is why Jehovah's Witnesses actually weaponize natural human emotions and the need to have relationships, whether it be in the family or friends, that type of thing. Because it's a natural human inclination to feel part of a social network. Okay? So that is what mother wanted. She wanted love, peace, happiness for everyone, animals, humans, you name it. And she wanted them to love with no barriers, no distinctions that would create any type of biases, prejudices, or feelings of superiority. That's why the first humans were actually androgynous, because no one told them that they had to be a certain gender or act like a certain gender. There were no specifications as to differentiate between the genders. Everyone worked together for a common purpose. Okay. So now let's go to the second creation, or the Garden of Eden, which was Father's creation, this rebel God, Mother's counterpart, which rebelled. Basically, his main goal was to constantly try to establish his own holy nation of people. Okay. And he was going to do that by any means. And he started out with Adam and Eve. He is actually not very loving. The best way to describe him is he has temper tantrums. He wants his way and his way alone. And then he pretends to care in order to gain favor from basically those that he wants to worship him. And he pretends to care, then he wants to test you as far as how far you will go in your devotion to him, even if that means giving your life. Now, mother, life is extremely important to her. Extremely. It is precious. Not just the lives of humans, but also of things that she created or initially created. Very precious to her. She loves them. And she has so much pride in all things that she created. On the other hand, Father does not have pride or love for anything that was created, because the original creator is Mother, and anything associated to Mother, to Father, is bad, evil, and wicked. Okay? That's his mind, the way he thinks. Anything associated with Mother is bad, evil, or wicked. And mind you, since mother is a feminine energy, that includes the gender of women themselves. That should clear up a lot of things later on when I get into other aspects of the Bible, and even Jesus, when he was here on earth, how he behaved toward women. And he did that because of who he was truly representing. So, like I mentioned before, Father, ever since he did away with basically Mother's earth, the original paradise, if you want to call it that, has been trying to create and establish for himself a holy nation that will follow him and basically do whatever he wants. So, Father is very biased. He feels that males, that gender, including his own energy, are superior to females. And that is basically his purpose, is to erase mother from existence, even though she exists. That's his goal. So people don't know about her. And also to have men dominate not only women, but the entire world. And that's why Jehovah's Witnesses exist today, because they are, for Father, his established nation. But it's also why they are so just, they have a lot of things that are not right going on within their organization coming down from the top. When you have Mr. Let, I'll say, saying that women's brains are smaller than men and their head sizes are smaller than men, and that's why they're not qualified to take on the headship role, you should know where that spirit is coming from. It's coming from the one who's inspiring them to actually say these things. That's why women in the organization basically have, they don't have rights like men do, because they're seen as a lesser being. And it's sad, because when you think about it, every man that is on earth today is here because of a woman. Whether you like it or not, that's just a fact. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not against men whatsoever. I believe, once again, in equality. Men and women working equally together for a common purpose, just like it was in the original creation. So, I don't want to make this video too long, but basically, to sum it up in very easy terms, mother would be what humans would consider the supreme empath. She can read hearts, she can read minds. She feels the happiness, the joy, but also the pain and suffering that not only humans go through, but animals as well. And not just for the ones that are on earth right now, but ones who have went through so much pain and suffering. This has not gone unnoticed to her. She's noticed and she is waiting to do something about it. But at the right time, because she's very patient. Father, or her rebel counterpart, would be considered the ultimate narcissist. He does not care about anyone but himself and glorifying his own name. That is essentially what's going on. When he said in the Garden of Eden, after Adam and Eve had eaten of the fruit, oh, sorry, it's in Genesis chapter 3, and I'm going to read from my English Standard Version Bible. Yes, I am an empath too. I admit it. Okay, so that's in Genesis 3 and in verse 15. This is basically why things are the way they are and Father's ultimate purpose. It says, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. Basically, this is mother's rebel counterpart, telling what was going to happen from this point onward. And that's why we see all the things that we have going on today. We have someone ruling the world with his helpers, the demons, trying to prove that his way is better. But as we can see, things are not good. The way he ruled and thought was better is not working. And that's why Mother has had enough, and it's time for her to step in. So basically, that's what I'm here trying to do. Let people know that there is a God who truly cares. And she's about, you know, had it with the way things are going, the pain, the suffering, all of that, and how people are being misled. She's had enough. Because even the most supreme, ultimate empath gets to a point where they've had enough and they actually do something. Okay? That's it for today. Like I said, I don't want my videos to be too long. I think in the next video, what I'm going to do is try and make you, as the viewer, feel what Mother looks for and basically how she views humans. Even though we may judge them as sinful and beyond forgiveness, I'm going to give you a look into how she views humans. Because remember, I said she can read the heart and the mind. So she truly knows each person's true situation. Okay? I hope you have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.